Hey guys, welcome to another fly tying episode from Holsinger'sFlyShop.com. I'm Sean Holsinger, and today I'm tying a nymph for you. Here it is, it's springtime here when I release this, and in our area here in central Pennsylvania, one of the predominant species of insects that we have hatch is the little black stone. So every year I mess around, try to come up with a little black stone that I like better, and every year, just like my stonefly, things get simpler and simpler, and this is no different. Trying to go thin, keep it simple, and this is what I come up with, and I like fishing it. I saw a guy tie one and post a picture of it that was very similar to it. Might have used a couple different materials than I did, but very, very similar to what he did. I copied it, and I'm not taking credit for it. This is just the way I tie it when I say this is the way I tie it. So here it is. It's the little black stonefly jig, and you know, it's going to catch fish because it has all the fish catching qualities you look for in a Euro style nymph. You know, it's thin, it's going to get down real quickly, not a lot of stuff to hang it up. And the Ostrich Herl in here is going to give it a lot of little life to it. So it's going to give it little gills, legs look to it. Anyway, nice silhouette, and it's going to catch a fish. Here it is in the vise and the material list to tie it. Alright guys, here you see the fly in the vise. Let's get into tying it. Very simple fly, very black, which is what we like for the little black stone fly. For a hook, I'm using Holsinger's Fly Shop Jig Hook. This is a size 14, and I love these hooks. I love that nice big hook gap that they have in there. You can see that nice hook gap. And the bead I'm using is a Firehole. This is the tungsten slotted bead. I love these Firehole beads, and the reason why is you can see how nice and tight the gap is there. You can see there's not a lot of wiggle room on that bead, which I love. So the size is a 3mm to match this size 14 hook. For thread, we are using a 140 Denier black. So we're just going to start that on there. Wrap it back to the bend of the hook. Then we're going to use a pheasant tail. This pheasant tail, I have this purple. I needed a dark one. I didn't have a black one, so I've been using a purple one, and it works just fine. So we're going to set that on there. I don't want that tail, that's too long. I want the tail about the length of the fly. I mean, it's not going to kill it if you make your tail too long, but... So we're just going to pop them off of there. Now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to lock this bead into place. I like to do that usually first, but I didn't. So there's our tail. Next thing I'm going to do is put on a piece of small black ultra wire. This step is optional. This is more for security purpose here, I would say, than anything, because the next thing I'm going to put on is some mylar tinsel. And Holo tinsel, I should say, and this is black, and the wire will secure this and not let it get cut up by the teeth of the fish. So this is a small black Holo tinsel. Just going to start that on there, and then we're going to wrap it forward, and just make sure we get good coverage the whole way up. Oops. Get that started on there. There we go. And then we're just going to wrap this forward the whole way up. Overlapping wraps, don't let your thread show through. Doesn't matter, you're not going to, fish isn't going to see it anyway with the black, but once we get it up here to the end, I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to set it aside because we're going to come back to it here in a second. Now, we're going to wrap our wire up to lock this in place, and just make nice even ribs. Okay, then we're going to tie that off, and we'll just helicopter it there. Now, the piece of tinsel that I had, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half, slide it underneath here, and I'm going to bring it up on top and tie it down on the top There we go. Whoops. There we go. Tie it down on the top and lean it towards the back. This is going to be the wing case here in a second. And I want two because one just isn't thick enough for this ostrich herl. It'll move out of the way. Now the last thing I'm going to use on it is a piece of ostrich herl. This one's a black one. And you see the tip here? I'm just going to cut behind the tip a little bit. And then we're just going to tie that down. We're going to make a nice collar out of this. This is going to make a really nice leggy collar for this fly, for this nymph. And wrap it forward. Once I get up there to the bead, I'm going to tie it off. And then I'm going to bring my wing case, which is this black, and you can see there it's a little bit wider. I'm trying to get it too wide, double wide, just to make that wing case a little bit wider and cover a little bit more area to crush it down. Crush down that ostrich herl. And then we'll trim that off and whip finish and we are done. And this black little thing is about the right size, this size 14. For our little black stones here, this will match perfectly. So there you go, very easy one to tie. And it'll be a good little fish catcher for you. I've been trying to simplify this fly for a while and I don't think I can get much simpler than that. So I hope you like it. Okay guys, I hope you liked that video. Like I said, it was a simple one to tie, very quick. And you can hammer a bunch of these out. I got a lot laying on the vise here right now. So like I said, get out there and fish it. Now's the time of year. If you're watching this in the springtime here in our area, when the weather breaks in February, you know, when it starts to get a little bit warm, 50 degrees or whatever, we start seeing the little black flies and little black stones. And they'll last clean into trout season, into early April, mid-April. So it's a great early season fly to be fishing here in central Pennsylvania area. And if you have them in your area, it's probably about the same thing. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. You need the materials, like always, down in the description. I have a link to them. And thanks for watching, guys. If you need me for anything, if you have any questions, would like to book a guided trip fishing with me, Holsinger's Fly Shop at gmail.com. Please reach out to me. You know, got a lot of open dates this year and more time to fish with my work schedule. So reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you at Holsinger's Fly Shop at gmail.com. And until next time, head over to our website for the materials, holsingersflyshop.com. So until then, I'm Sean Holsinger.